For those of you who either don't know, live under a rock, or love to throw my elo, Valorant is a multiplayer game. It is a team-based 5v5 tactical shooter that relies on teamwork and communication to complete a certain objective. Oh, you guys knew this already? Oh, congrats, you're better than the Immortal 3 Jet who was on my team yesterday. Okay, well, unfortunately, I can't just give you all Immortal gun buddies, but what I can do is give you advice that would make you better than some Immortal level players. As a matter of fact, it's one mistake that everyone makes, even at high levels, so let's talk about it. Now, if the intro to this video was pretty obvious to you, think again. The biggest mistake that people make in this game is that they aren't working together with their teammates. Time after time again, I either get teammates, I watch your VODs, or even some of my duos, they just no-comm, do their own thing, and just go watch TikTok as soon as they die. But I don't think people realize just how many more kills they'd be getting if they simply work with their teammates. Hey, whoa. Before you flood the comments with, "Teats, we know we should make plans with our teammates." You don't. Now let's watch some of your VODs. But if you really think that this isn't an issue for you, then you should check out our website. We do VOD reviews for our subscribers and tell you exactly what you need improving at and put you on the right path. So instead of guessing or assuming what you're doing wrong, you'll hear it from a Radiant level player. Use us and our courses as a resource. It's our job to rank you up. Now quit wasting time and check us out at SkillCapped. We'll be waiting. In our first example, we're going to watch a gold chamber and how he decides to set up on B site on Breeze.
That's a good spot.
Spike planted.
If you notice, Chamber has his trademark towards elbow. This is useless as it doesn't completely cover the jump up into nest, and someone could simply just walk around it. This would be a better spot to put it in. But this isn't the issue. Do you notice how Chamber is all on his own? At the time of this clip, he can get his and get out. But if you're facing against 5 people running at you, you have to admit that it's pretty hard to safely get a kill. And if you look at the minimap, his Yoru is just sitting by himself in nest. He's redundantly watching the same area as that trademark. It takes less than 5 seconds to say something like, "Hey Yoru, come play site with me." From here, Yoru and Chamber could set up some strong crossfire on site. For example, if Chamber wants to play on pillar, then have Yoru play on ladder, that could work. This is good because Chamber takes first contact on pillar, the enemies get focused on him, then Yoru takes the next contact and he gets his. With these positions, Chamber and Yoru are playing off each other and putting the enemy team in a blunder. But because this didn't happen, Chamber had to take a difficult fight, get pushed back into spawn, and die as the enemy team pushed through the wall looking for close range duels with their classics. So yes, while at first it might seem like Chamber just needs to hit his shots next time or focus on his mechanics more, this just isn't the case. Game plans matter a ton in this game, and if you don't have them, you won't rank up. Now in this clip, our Omen essentially is AFK for the entire time that he's alive.
Is it A?
Maybe. They haven't pushed up yet, but they've peaked. Sounds like A.
Go for A, that can clear mid.
Yeah, at least a couple of people.
I see nothing mid, I'm pretty sure it's A.
One left side here.
The round starts with the Sage opping down A long. I know this isn't ideal, but Sage is a good secondary opper. Now notice how our Omen doesn't really do anything. He just sits back and watches our Sage do her thing. This is a diamond player. If you want to come up with a cool plan, you could shoot the Sova recon dart from long, TP behind the bricks so the enemy thinks that there's too long but towards the left side, and have your Sage play the bait for you. This is a solid plan. Or it doesn't even have to be that complex. You could just play on top of the short box and watch short for her as she ops long. What Omen does instead is smoke off Sage on short, then smoke long, and then doesn't even play off it and let his Sage get shot in the back. So while yes, you guys might understand that you should come up with a game plan with your teammates before the round starts, it sure doesn't seem like it so far. Now I know that I'm sounding harsh, but I'm trying to stress the importance of this skill to you guys. The sooner you start making plans with one another, the sooner you start figuring out what works, why it works, and how it works. This is called learning. Just the other day, I was playing a game of ranked where I was Cypher on Breeze and my Jet was not having a good time. By the end of the first half, she was 2 and 13, and we were down 4 to 8. But every round, she would walk down mid, take an aim duel, and lose it. No saying anything like, "Hey Sova, could you recon dart bottom mid for me?" Or "Hey KO, could you flash through double doors for me?" And almost every round, the enemy team would use a sky flash towards double door and use their trailblazer to scale up mid. What I'm saying is that on her own, my Jet didn't stand a chance. But a lot of people think that if they just improve their aim, they can win these engagements. That's where they're wrong. Players like this don't understand that utility needs to be traded out if you want to come out on top. What I mean by that is, let's say that we're on Icebox and the attacking Sova is droning up A. Defenders need to use utility to try and cancel that drone out. This could be a Sage Wall, a Reyna Flash, and then somebody breaks it. Maybe KO's 0 point. Any of these are viable options. What this does is trade out piece for piece with that Sova's drone and prevents it from getting value. The enemy team now has to worry about your Sage Wall instead of following the drone closely, or break a Reyna Flash instead of scaling up with it. So like on Breeze, our Jet needs to ask Sova to dart down mid, and then perhaps our KO to flash for her as well. The enemy team is using 2 strong pieces of utility, so we must as well if we want to come out even on that trade and give our Jet a fighting chance. Now, if you ever see your duelist running it down or taking unfair fights, try your best and help them out by using some of your utility. Do you want to see what it actually looks like when your team makes a plan? Watch this clip.
First round, man.
You already swing with me.
I'm getting the drop.
Oh, okay. Sure.
You actually can
Spike down A.
At the beginning of the round, I asked my Killjoy to alarm bot on A long, and I would use my flash as soon as it went off. From there, we could both swing, fight for long pretty well, and then go from there. The enemies run up A long, I flash, we swing, I hit some nice shots, and win my team the round. But what I notice a lot of people doing is that they'll just sit on A with Killjoy. Maybe they'll throw their knife into lobby at the start of the round, then try and flash on their own. This isn't nearly as effective because 1, you're by yourself, and 2, the enemy team knows that KO is A. Any good players are going to be ready to play anti-flash or be prepared to turn away from it. My plan is much better, as while yes, I don't use my knife right away, I could simply use it later in the round for information. Everyone thinks you only have 2 options, need to be aggressive or turtle up on defense, but everyone seems to forget the power of an unexpected threat play. And now once you get better at this whole planning thing, then you can start coming up with stuff on the fly. In these clips I'm about to show you, I'm KO and I'm duoed with King. This is King's POV. So I'm a KO main, and I'm pretty familiar with the flash distance I need to throw in order for it to pop in a specific spot. I learned this from a lot of trial and error, a lot of failed plans, all led up to me being able to pull off plays like these. King realizes where the enemy team is pushing, and also knows that I'm in a position that's able to help him out. He makes a plan to swing off my flash. I chuck it for him, it pops, and we win our team these 2 rounds pretty easily. And this right here is no different than before the start of the round, just calling something like, let's double push B main. You can flash off my contact or play this crossfire, but just now it's during the middle of a round. Being able to do this comes from time spent coming up with plays during the buy phase. Then you could do stuff like this. And now lastly, what does this look like at a professional level? Well, let me show you the sick play from one of the best teams in the world, DRX.
He is? He's going up and in. The flash is there, and he's got 2. Buzz is still going. Another dash online to work with. He has the escape to play with, and he doesn't even need it.
The play starts off with Faded Sova getting ready to push up B main, but the stars of the show, KO and Jet, are getting ready to push down mid. KO flashes tiles for his Jet to updraft, then dash on top of it, getting easy 2 opening kills, drop down, and get 2 more. Now this play looks really cool if you take a step back and look at it, but to be honest, you don't really even need to be a pro to pull off a play like this. Like, how hard is it to tell your duo, yo, can you flash tiles for me? Or if you want extra credit, say, hey, I'm dashing a tiles. KO, can you flash it for me? And then can you 2 push down B main? Let's crunch these idiots. Saying things like this can pump up your team, boost morale, and make ranked a lot more fun. I mean, dude, think about it. You have 30 seconds each buy phase. Are you just gonna sit there and bunny hop around hypnotized by your flashing knife? Like, just come up with a plan. It isn't hard. So hopefully by now, I've helped you guys realize that making a game plan in Valorant is a lot more important than you may think. If you aren't communicating what you're doing in a round, you'll look like a bozo when it comes time to make a play. I'm telling you, this is a really good habit to get into. From making these plans, you'll start learning what works, what doesn't work, and you'll start getting better much quicker. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel down below. It really does help us out. But before you go, keep in mind that this is all just one of many in-depth guides that we have on our website. Also, if you want a chance at having your VOD reviewed, be sure to subscribe on our website at SkillCapped.com. We also have tons of Radiant Smurf commentaries. We have Radiant players walking through exactly how to have the most impact possible in a bunch of different situations. It's also backed by a rank improvement guarantee, and the reason to do that is because you're just that confident that our service works. And if it doesn't work, then you shouldn't pay. So what are you waiting for? You got nothing to lose. Head on over to SkillCapped.com and get started your way to that rank that you deserve. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm Teets, and we here at SkillCapped want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.